Hi fam, our latest will be about Julius Malema and Operation Dudula leader Zandile. As we've already seen, Zandile appeared on ENCA this weekend in a dialogue about illegal foreigners in the country. They asked her about frontline states, and it seems like she wasn't really aware what that really means. She tried her best, but she was unable to answer that question. She was heavily criticized across social media, more especially by EFF members. In the next slide, listen to what she said, then we'll continue with this discussion.
We are on autopilot, and that's where Operation Dudula comes in.
Mr. Bula, let me just ask an open-ended question. If I say frontline states, what comes to mind and what can you say in relation to that?
So now this is about the people. We have this Freedom Charter where Operation Dudula is entrenching the Freedom Charter that says people shall govern. And currently we don't have leaders. We are on autopilot, and that's where Operation Dudula comes in.
No, I'm asking about frontline states.
Frontline states. So this is about. Are you now taking this together with?
If I say to you frontline states, from a historical perspective, what comes to mind as we have this conversation?
The frontline states, I would believe it's about the people in power.
He obviously doesn't know what a frontline state is. Okay. She obviously doesn't know what a frontline state is.
Julius Malema responded to that discussion and he said, "We are subjected to rubbish like proper garbage with no clue, none whatsoever." However, he was also reminded that it's not like he knows everything. A while ago, he was asked about loaf of bread and he couldn't answer that. Listen to him in the next slide, then we'll continue with this discussion.
South Africa. Mr. Malema, what does a loaf of blue ribbon toaster cost at a spaza shop? How much is a loaf of bread, a staple of South Africa?
I wouldn't know how much is the price of a loaf of bread because I'm in a position where I don't have to go and buy a loaf of bread, but bread and all of the staple food that must be removed from that, and the government must ensure that those stable food are accessible to our people.
I promised to ask every political leader, beginning of this election campaign, to ask every political leader what it's like to be a working class South African, a working family in South Africa. Mr. Malema, what does a loaf of blue ribbon toaster cost at a spaza shop? How much is a loaf of bread, a staple of South Africa?
I wouldn't know how much is the price of a loaf of bread.
His comments were highly criticized across social media, more especially by non-EFF members. Here is what people said. Vugani said 3% is loading for you, Bafanasi, and you'll see what people want, but it's not like you are having high hopes in any way. The user was referring to 3% in the upcoming elections, and the other one said, to hell with Julius Malema and the EFF, they are all parasites. Some said he also doesn't know everything, just like the interview on ENCA where he couldn't answer how much is the price of bread. Others even reminded him of his matric results. And that's all we have for now. Please remember to also leave your comments down below to let us know of your take on this. And that's all we have for now. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you again in the next update. Bye.